Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm standing on top of Asuma's giant build of Sonic the Hedgehog. He created this last year, right when the Sonic movie was first announced. And, of course, it doesn't look quite exactly like what they're going to make Sonic look like now, because they keep revisiting the special effects stuff. But, I'm sure that'll be a blast, and I know Asuma's excited. I guess I'm going to find it in my heart to be excited, too, for my friend. Although he's not actually performing in the movie. Although some of you guys might say, I don't actually know what Asuma looks like, and there is a very handsome man that's going to be a policeman who hangs out with Sonic in this movie, because apparently that's what we're doing now. That's fine. Maybe that's Asuma. I like to lean into the imagination. Our brains give us the opportunity to imagine all sorts of great things. Like this undercroft beneath this church, it actually isn't done. We need to imagine how this is actually going to be. Also, this abandoned church I started last year and then abandoned. This is an abandoned church project. I didn't even finish the abandoned benches and the abandoned altar and all that. But right now, I'm just kind of using this as my October base while we begin work on our general Halloween projects over here. We're going to come back to the church and the graveyard and stuff later. But for right now, you know what? I don't know if you guys heard, but Mumbo Jumbo and Iscal85 have an incredible new project on the server that they've imagined, and it involves everybody running around trying to find gold nuggets that they can use to somehow get diamonds. I don't know a lot about alchemy, but apparently in Minecraft now, there's some mechanism that Mumbo Jumbo and Iscal85, those mad geniuses, have invented that will allow us to convert somehow their Easter egg gold nuggets into diamonds. And you know what you know what that says to me? You know what that says? That says to me, Iskal and Mumbo are using their imagination. And every time they use their imagination, there's a chance that what they're going to do is going to interfere with what I do. And vice versa. They're terrified of my imagination. They haven't said that out loud, but I know it in my heart. And that's important for all of us, to have. That's a healthy thing. But anyway, what I was thinking is, we've got Cleo's little candy hut over here, her gingerbread hut from Hansel and Gretel. We've got Isuma's terrifying Sonic the Hedgehog. We need to make sure that other hermits who start swinging by here for the 2019 October season, that they do not interfere with my plans to complete this abandoned church. And one of the things I've learned is sometimes when hermits see an open space like this right here, they look at this and they go, this is the perfect place for a build. Well, my abandoned Barovian church from the Curse of Strahd book by Tracy and Laura Hickman and Chris Perkins is not something that I want like Mumbo and Iskal building a huge tower in front of. I don't want them having their skyscraper with skeleton bones that's like eating the flesh of the living between my portal. This is not my portal. I didn't make this. I wish I could claim credit for this portal. But anyway, between this community portal and my church. So what we're going to do is we're going to install a experiential garden here. We are going to take this bucket of water, this one right here. Ooh, a ghost is moving this bucket of water around. It's terrifying. I'm the ghost. Fear me. Anyway, we're going to take this bucket of water right here, and we're going to go, boom, enjoy the swamp water ground. And you might say, Joe, I don't really know where you're going with this. That's fine. You don't need to. The earth knows what time it is. This is Halloween. So we're going to plant these little pumpkin seeds here around there. We're also going to take this lily pad and drop it right there. Now you might say, Joe, is one pumpkin going to stop the imaginations of the rambling, wandering herd of hermits that might yet decide to build betwixt you and your abandoned place of worship? No. One pumpkin patch is too patchy. We need a patch of pumpkin patches. We need pumpkin recursion to create an aversion for new construction betwixt this dimensional transduction device. I don't know. Anyway, here's what we're doing. We are putting all pumpkins all the time in a patchy manner everywhere between this structure and this structure, because we cannot have folks wandering through here thinking they know what's best for this landscape. You want to build something? Go build it in the swamp or also this swamp. There's really a lot of room here, other than this terrifying Sonic the Hedgehog and this gingerbread house, which is, I can't even find and Cleo's gingerbread house. Really, we didn't use this area too much last October. We got really excited about it, and then Grian's headhunt showed up, and we all started building vaults to hide the heads in, which you think somebody would have said, why don't I build my terrifying skull vault in the Halloween District? But it is literally a year later, and that has only occurred to me now, and I am immediately regretting not doing that. That would have been so logical in so many ways. But nope, didn't occur to me then. So I'm going to do the best I can with what I have now. Time skip. As we skim the swamp and fly up and over the spines of this majestic hedgehog, it becomes clear this pumpkin patch is entering focus. Look at this, you guys. I've just been running through here, planting buckets of water, planting pumpkin seeds, and bit by bit, it's all just kind of naturally growing in a way that I'm pretty happy with. This is not intended to be, like I said, a majestic pumpkin patch that this is the perfect pumpkin farm, and everyone can harvest the pumpkins, and then it'll be an 8 million stack generating farm. But like, this is a place where people can come and get pumpkins for their builds on the server, and it's not going to cause any trouble. Plus, it acts as a virtual briar patch, preventing people from building right in front of the abandoned church here, which is great. This is a great start as I jump on these plants and trample them, but we can always do a little more. That's why I've got these, natural, locally grown kind of sheafs of wheat here, so I can start kind of breeding some of these cows. We are going to need leather for all sorts of Halloween costumes this October. So I have actually been slowly expanding my herd back here. Maybe y'all have listened and noticed that mooing in the background there. That's these guys, or gals. I guess these are all gals because there's no bulls in Minecraft. It is a very straightforward game. But anyway, we are just going to go ahead and get all of these guys ready to go. Or gals. Anyway, regardless of cattle, whatever, we are just going to make sure that we're ready to move on with the game. Now you might say, Joe, okay, feeding the cattle, that's like one part of this. What's the rest? The rest is the diamond sword. We've got this sword that I enchanted with lutein. We already got 3 raw beef and 5 leather from 1 cow. So, that was the baby. Anyway, 8 raw beef, 8 leather. So I figure if I run around and do this to a few of these cattle, which I guess the trick is really going to be now, I need to jump so that I critical hit them and don't hit the very, very clingy little baby cattle. There we go. I can do this and grab plenty of steak. So I've now got a self-sustaining food source out here, plus a self-sustaining source of Halloween costume stuff. I mean, that is like 5 pairs of boots right there. Those 20 leather, that is not bad at all. Now, how should I dye those boots? Should I dye them like ruby red so that people can be Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz? Or Cheaty's professor friend from season 1 of The Good Place? I mean, there's a lot of options with red boots. But, what if we did gray boots? Who wears gray boots in fiction? I don't know. That's probably a bad choice. Let's not dye any of the boots gray. Feel free to leave your suggestions about what colors I should dye leather things for the a costume store or whatever. I don't have a real costumes Halloween store this year yet, but I am thinking maybe there's some other way to get costumes out into the Hermitcraft mainstream. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to think on that. Maybe I could do a mail order costume setup. Or I could just get a place in the mall. The Hermitcraft Mall is always, it's making a huge comeback after that Stranger Things Season 4 came out, or what have you. So maybe that's what I should do. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take some 47 raw beef. This diamond sword is clearly the best. So, we just need to run and throw this in a furnace and ponder how best to get our incredible leatherwork stuff out into the community consciousness. Oh, I should make a blue leather suit so people can be Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic wears red shoes. I'll make red shoes and a blue helmet and a blue torso, and people could be Sonic just like Asuma's statue. Every part of this is coming together, you guys. Every part of this is coming together. Also, now that I think about it, the original Wizard of Oz was about the silver standard, and so Dorothy had silver slippers in that. So I could actually make silver or gray slippers on the Wizard of Oz theme. What is that? I heard an Enderman. As I look around so I can look directly into the eyes of the Enderman. Good reflexes, Joe. Anyway, time skip. Welcome back to the main island of Hermitcraft. I have been searching for some blaze rods in one of the shops, or any of the shops. I don't know where they sell blaze rods here. Apparently, people are just leaving coins on the ground. No, that's a treasure token, not a coin. Okay. Well, sometimes it's nice when you're correct about things, and sometimes it's nice when you find coins on the ground. Mindtasm. End rods for sale, but I want blaze rods. I'm here to make, I want to take these 8, I don't know, somewhere in here. I've got 8 obsidian, and I want to make a ender chest for the Halloween District so that people can build stuff easier. And I'm realizing I have no good way to actually do that. Okay there, sports fans. I've been talking to Cub Fan, and it seems there are no blaze rod fans on the server. There's nobody selling blaze rods on the server. That means there's a business opportunity for me here, and also a ender chest creation tragedy. We need to go and figure out where blaze rods can be harvested naturally without hurting the blazes. There's actually no such thing as responsible blaze rod consumerism. You just have to destroy them with swords or axes. But anyway, maybe they went to live on a farm. Time skip. What a delicious potion of fire resistance, and what a wasteful glass bottle. Actually, you guys, you should be recycling. Don't do that. What we're doing now is we are looking for like any sort of tunnel or fortress thing here that might have blazes in it. Is this a blaze farm? Did somebody make a blaze farm? This looks like a blaze farm. I literally just flew to the nearest fortress from the Halloween thing, and I've already found a blaze farm. Does it work? How does it work? Do I have to... What happens if I press this? Do I press any of the things? Well, I don't really know... Okay. So I guess I just hit them with my loot and diamond sword here. And then I get the loot. Is that... Hey, come back. Did I get a blaze rod? Did it go in the chest? Hey, it went in the chest. Okay. Wow. But this was supposed to be a whole adventure. But apparently, thanks to mechanization and no one having signs on here, I can't give proper credit to whoever built this. And I can use it because none of the signs say stay away. So, there we go. We're just gonna, you know, do a little dance over here. Speak a little bit of jargon. I mean, because maybe this was tangos, maybe this was mumbos. I've been AFK for a few minutes now, and I've got 38 blaze rods, which is enough to make like 72 ender chests. I don't have enough obsidian for that, but that's fine. So we're just gonna fly back the way we came, which I think was this way. There we go. Hey, yeah. Wow, this is like super convenient. This is right next to our Halloween tunnel. Look at that. Hey, that little landing platform I put up here for the flying hermits apparently now include me. Man, what great fortune to be playing on a server where people just build stuff like that and then abandon it. That's just super, super great. Man, let's go get some an ender chest in here so we can continue. Having completed our ender chest in the Halloween District, I've also been trying to let some other little farms get going here. I started building this, like, kind of swamp grain, kind of little wheat patch here, because I was like, I need to be able to reinforce my cattle population with more hay, and use hay bales for upcoming Halloween District builds. But then, you know what I received? I received videographic proof, hard evidence, targeting advertisement, and in fact, hyper-targeted advertisement does work. Look at this. Joe, if you need hay bales, why not head on down to Hay Coral? Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be using my Cub fan voice. A shop which was originally dedicated to coral, but only later unexpectedly branched out to hay bales with no logical explanation other than their name. So, anyway, having gotten that message from Cub fan, I think I'm going to head down to Hay Coral, despite being too smart to be influenced by advertising. Or to avoid flying into trees. Time skip. Hay Coral is the name of the shop. But also, let's go ahead and check out their hay selection. That is horn coral. It looks a lot like hay. Don't be confused, except no substitute. There's some horn coral fans here. Not surprising. Cub fan gets all of his family to chip in around the place. It's kind of, arguably it's nepotism, but it's a privately owned company. Oh, here we go. Hay bales, 2 diamonds per stack. Great. This will actually get us this will give us a head start on some of the stuff that we want to do in the Halloween District. We're actually probably going to end up using more hay than this, so the little wheat farm that I established earlier is, you know what? Let's get these on our hotbar. We got to show the world, hey, I matter. Hey, I'm prepared. Hey, look out. There might be someone behind you, and you don't want to back into them. That's a lawsuit. Hey, you're doing great. Hey. Since returning with my hay bales and starting to feed the cattle, I actually started harvesting some of these pumpkins. It turns out that even if I'm running at these things full speed with shears and axes, I actually can't harvest them quicker than they grow back. And man, they grow back fast. So, I guess I'm going to have to open this pumpkin patch up to all the other hermits and let them come and capture some of the magic of October and Halloween themselves. There we go. Welcome, hermits. Please take as many pumpkins as you like. Some people might say, Joe, this is some cursed signage. But you know what? It's Halloween time. We are all about it. Also, you might be like, Joe, what's up with this well cone? It's like, if you have an ill cone, you're going to have a lot of problems too. So we just want to make sure everything is healthy and growing in a natural way. Even the conics and their sections. So, here we go. We are going to welcome all the hermits to take all the pumpkins that they would like. Also, I kind of blocked the path a little bit there, although all of the pumpkins are also blocking the path. It is impassable to get through here. But still, we endure. I did want to do a little bit of work on the church this episode, so I threw 2 lanterns here in the front. It's an improvement. It's an improvement. But this, I think, is probably a good place to end the episode. And so I wanted to recognize our $100 a month Patreon sponsor, BioDuck. You might have noticed this episode was mid-roll ad free. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now provide you a prompt to write a little bit of your own poetry. What is the funniest thing that scares you? Not every prompt has to be deep and philosophical. Some of it can just be amusing. And embrace the little things in life that make us feel things that have a little bit of absurdity in them. And a little bit of joy for others. Because of that schadenfreude, which is the Halloween word for joy at the expense of others. Actually, I don't think Halloween's actually German. I think it's from England. We should do some research between now and the next episode. But anyway, the sun sets on the Hermitcraft Halloween District. And to all of you, I wish you a happy October. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Gotta go fast.